years, okay? The first 17 years I was all by myself, which was very lucky, because as I have mentioned recently, most people don't want to know how sausage is made. And these did not just materialize out of the air. You know, I spent a lot of years pulling these dogs together. We have another step that we haven't done yet, okay, and that's AKC. When I first started, there was no way we would ever get an AKC because it was against the rules. AKC only accepted FCI breeds. FCI only accepted breeds that were recognized by their country of origin. It's a catch-22, you can't get out of it. The rules are the rules, and so there was no hope that we would ever get an AKC. The rules are starting to bend here and there because there are not that many American-made breeds. Right. And AKC is now faced with trying to set up rules on how to bring in an American-made breed that isn't going to be brought in from FCI. Okay? So we have struggled and fought and worked and have begged to get near the AKC rings and so forth. We requested of the circuit in San Antonio, would they let us have kind of a display? No, can't do that. We did in Houston, we did in Dallas. We worked up almost everything. We came up with a real lucky break between Wayne and Frank. Frank and Brenda Young were in Oklahoma, and Frank runs the Tulsa, Oklahoma circuit of 5 clubs, holding 5 shows in 5 days. These are huge shows. These are 2,500 dogs. And I was just understanding that today the shows are much smaller than that. 2,500 used to be kind of our minimum shows when we used to show at Astro Hall. 13 acres of concrete and shin splits to die for, you know, after a weekend. So we have managed one way or another, and I'm not sure exactly how it all fell together, but it worked. We have been invited to come show our Silk and Wind Hounds at the Tulsa circuit. This is history setting. Once again, we've done it. We pulled something together because AKC doesn't allow non-AKC breeds to show along with their AKC breeds. But instead, AKC has invited us as Silk and Wind Hounds to come show at the Tulsa circuit. We're going to, yes, it is huge. It is so exciting. It almost scares me sometimes. So July 1st next year, whatever that weekend is, they don't call it July 4th because apparently it's before July 4th somehow, but there are either 4 or 5 shows. There are 14 rigs. That's how big these shows are. We get rig number 15. We will be set aside apart just slightly. If you are interested in getting into the AKC, you got to show up in Tulsa on July 1st. Okay? We'll have 2 full Silken specialties if the board approves it. They will probably be on Friday, and then on Saturday we're going to have some community building. We're going to get together as a breed so that we can show people how people should be together as a breed. We'll have a Judge of Yourself event. We'll have all sorts of events. We have health testing. We have seminars. We're there as an educational thing for the AKC. And then on Sunday, we will have another specialty, and by that time, perhaps our dogs will be leash broken. And on Sunday, they'll look really good, and the Friday judge will be appalled at what he saw on Friday. Okay, but that's okay. So this was huge. Okay, this was really important. But we decided that that's not enough. All right. So what I did was I said I'm giving it an unlimited budget. Okay, I don't care what it costs. We invited the president and the vice president of FCI to come judge our little breed beside all those AKC dogs. Okay? The president was busy that weekend. The vice president, Gerard, is coming. He's going to come judge. And if AKC is not impressed with the fact that we can bring in the vice president of FCI to judge our little breed over in the corner over there, they're not looking. My guess is that we can pull together 100 dog entry. There will be no other breed at that show with 100 dogs, most likely. We will be one of the top entries at the entire AKC.
Will you be the top entry?
If we pull together 100's easy for us.
Oh, yeah.
They do 100 here normally. This was an oddball weekend, but 100's easy. Okay, so you've got to mark on your calendars. July 1st in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Now, that is 6 hours closer to all of you than if you came to my place. So don't tell me it's too far to go. Because I've been from Miami to Seattle. It's not too far. Tulsa, Oklahoma, okay? Seems like there was something else.
Well, I just wanted,
yeah, step in on this.
I was the vice, I don't know, it's a long, silly resume, but I was also the vice president of the American Kennel Club in New York City for many years. And I can tell you how they operate. I was the guy tilting the windmills there, as you can probably imagine.
Always.
But what means a lot to them is money. The shows at AKC have gone from, and I'm not saying this disparagingly, I'm going to say it's an important issue as the whole umbrella. When you come in as a new breed and you've got 6 of them, they're like, is it worth investing? Because they've got to put money into training judges, they've got to put money into putting standards. It's not free for them. So they need, it has to make sense financially as well. In 1972, the average dog show entry in America was 1,800 dogs. It is now 543.
Wow.
So the entries per show are diving, but the number of shows has doubled. It's my opinion that if we had half the number of shows again, we'd have twice the entries. Well, why not? But if you show up in numbers to Oklahoma, if you show up with invite everybody this go, make sure they know. So if you can show up in a group and even get 50, 60, 70, 100 would be great. That's going to get their attention because it'll make financial sense to be able to afford to bring you in, do all the printing materials and judge education. It's not free for them to do it. So numbers mean a lot. More important, you'll have a good time if you all get together. And if I'm not judging somewhere else on July 1st, I'll be there too.
That's excellent. So for those who don't know, we have surpassed 1,000 litters. Charlie Ann and Nick had to figure out how to put another digit on our registrations. Okay. We have passed 4,000 individual dogs registered, and that's in spite of the fact that, especially in the early years, not all the dogs are registered. Especially from before 2000, when it was just my dogs, and I didn't keep track of the dogs because they were just in my backyard. And one of the things that strikes me is that much of what you see in these dogs is because of where they came from. My dogs run in packs. If a dog doesn't work in a pack, he's out. Okay? I have to be able to turn my dogs loose in pins like that. It's not a mistake or just a magic thing that just happened that these dogs get along well together. I had 17 years and 5 generations to fix that into the breed. Okay? So it's not a surprise that they don't bark. I hate barking dogs, okay? One of the reasons that some dogs still bark is because I sold those. People probably bred them. And something that really strikes me as something really magnificent with these green ribbons is, you guys sold your best dogs. And the whole idea when I first started was that I cannot just give out the dregs and keep the good ones for myself. I set the value that what I was going to do was sell my best. And I was going to breed enough dogs to have good dogs for everybody who wanted to breed them. Okay? So the fact that we share our dogs. Yeah.
This
Speak
is an
loud.
awful lot to me because I saw today this veteran dog's granddaughter, Coconut's bitch, and he looks just like his grandmother. I mean, she's like the spit image of Haley that Ken Jones bred.
It's the sun blocking the eyes.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So does anybody have questions about this, or for Wayne, or for me personally? Oh, one more thing. Don't want to quit there. We're considering the idea of starting to hold a Zoom meeting once a month or so, where everybody can call in so that we can start gathering together as a group. We've got like 9 months to get ready for this show, okay? So it won't all be about the show. We have people in the breed that are incredible handlers. There's some people on Discord that people ask questions about training. And oh my goodness, they are good. And the answers that they get are wonderful. Sue, yes.
You know, the one thing I thought that might be nice to add to some of our specialties when we do these is, especially for new people, before we have shows, why don't we have like a newbies handling class? And just go through all the stuff that they need to know to show. Because if they didn't feel like they were, you know, they're out there, everybody's going after them and encourage and help them,
Yes.
we'd get the young people coming in.
Not everybody's as friendly as me. If you're gonna go to AKC shows, you're gonna get snobby judges that throw you out for not towing the line or going the
It
wrong
will be
way.
a whole new game, guys. We've gotten away
You
with
gotta
murder.
sharpen up that part.
We dress sloppy. We come in the ring with unleashed broken dogs. We're not gonna be able to do that in AKC. We're gonna have to come together, pull it together, and take pride that we are showing a silk and wind hound. Act like it, dress like it, be like it. If you can't be as nice as your dog, then we're losing something. So, anyway, we're thinking about a Zoom meeting. I don't know how many people would be interested in that. It would probably be moderated to a certain extent, meaning most people would be muted, and there will be a talk, but questions would be able to be asked, and we could have it on different topics. Like I said, some of the training I think that people are doing with these. You talked about doing different venues. There is nothing these dogs don't do.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm just amazed at the things that people
What
are
about
doing with
that,
them.
by the way, for July? Like, showcasing, performance showcase, kind of, you know, like almost a show, where we've got a couple of our top agility dogs, a couple of our top trick dogs, yeah.
At an early Silken Fest, between my house and my barn, we tied 10 dogs out there, 5 on each side. Just tied the leash to the fence. And we gave everybody an evaluation form. In fact, 10 evaluation forms, and asked everybody to go judge a dog. You can stack it, you can move it, you can do anything you want with it, and then you judge it. And when everybody got all through judging the dogs, we came back and we evaluated those 10 dogs together. And I actually learned a lot from the other people who had evaluated things that go right past me, that I don't see, that other people stop on. It was brilliant. It was just brilliant. It is the one thing that has been mentioned time and again. And so I think we're going to resurrect it for the Tulsa Saturday event. We will have a judge it yourself.
We can do it here tomorrow.
Well, you know, that's an interesting thought. People have to agree that their dog, you know, what,
You know
all
I don't
of the
care.
dogs were mine back then.
You
All
can
10
use
of
mine.
all 10 of the dogs were mine, and I didn't mind if people handled them and moved them. And they also couldn't get loose because they were in my house, they don't go anywhere. Which, by the way, is not by mistake either. In this breed. So, if you've got more interesting and fun ideas, throw them out there. There's nothing that we can't do if we decide that that's what we want to do. If you want to speak, oh, sorry.
No, I'm just trying to find out when you need to.
Yeah. Anybody have questions or comments or thoughts or,
I have a question.
yes?
And Wayne kind of answered it when you said we can get 100, maybe we can get 100 dogs, but if you really push and promote, is the more the better, like,
Oh, we're going
we're
to
gonna try to
promote
knock
it like
this out of
that.
the park, numbers wise.
It turned out to be a really good year because our Silken Fest is going to be in March.
Great.
Here, somewhere around here. I'm not sure exactly where.
It's not
Close
too
by
far
from
from
here,
here.
but not
Yeah.
too far.
That
Okay.
way.
So Silken Fest will be out of the way in March. And this doesn't start until July. Texas will have a specialty in April or May. There's not a whole lot that goes on before that, and then most people are not out in the heat of July. But this is an indoor show. I'm hoping to see if we can get grooming together. Because this is a huge event with 2,500 dogs, my guess is that the motel rooms are all taken up. People, you know, reserve them a year ahead of time. I looked into Airbnbs, and there are a number of Airbnbs that sleep like 10 people and allow at least 5 dogs, and I think we can negotiate more. House party, yes. So, we're gonna figure out how to house everybody. everybody. We'll figure out how to get it done, okay? But we will be promoting it big, but I want to start here, and I want you guys to spread the word to all the people that you know. We'll be getting it going. This is our chance. If you think that that's what you want as AKC, we can do it. We just have to decide to do it. Okay?
Great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's gonna be exciting.
Yeah.
I'm thrilled.
Great, so we all want to just thank you for. Thank you.
Well, I'm not through.
I
There'll be
know,
one
just
more
in
step.
case, you know, I don't get to see you.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. Okay.
What's the ideal outcome for this?
The ideal outcome would be that AKC begs us to come in. Because we really want to negotiate. We don't want to come in as just any breed, okay? I would be devastated if we lost our parentage verification, our DNA parentage verification, okay? One of the reasons that we are part of scientific testing is because we have DNA parentage verification. Okay, not a problem, yeah. So, I would be very upset if, when we negotiated with UKC, they agreed to continue our DNA parentage verification. I want to be able to negotiate that with AKC. It's the direction that dog breeds ought to go. They've already started it. Any stud dog that's hired more than 5 breeds has to be DNA parentage verified.
Pardon me, people, if you wanted to get your dogs certified for this, we need to get out there like
Okay,
now.
good enough. We're through.
Because we'll run out of daylight.
Thank you.